Adi Shankaracharya says, there is no ignorance outside the mind. The mind alone is avidya, the cause of bondage. When that is destroyed, all else is destroyed. So, Adi Shankara is saying something at the very heart of Vedanta. He's telling us that the mind keeps spinning dreams, keeps spinning hopes, keeps weaving its own view of the world, an enchanting view. But reality is far bigger than that. Depending on the mind, we often become disillusioned. We often become disappointed. Mind creates avidya. Mind is avidya very often. Mind does not have the wings to take us to ultimate reality. Mind does not have that ability to take us on to infinite spaces. It functions out of its own projections. What is meditation? Meditation is stepping out of the mind, stepping out of the cycle of thoughts. That is the very crux of mental expansion. That is the very crux of moving out of our limited conditioned reality and moving into pure consciousness. A pure witnessing of reality, a pure witnessing of the infinity that we are part of. Don't live in avidya, tells Adi Shankara to the world. All ignorance is projected by the mind. Actually, nobody is ignorant. But it is only because of our mental bondages, our cage of thoughts, that we come into a bondage of ourselves. We define reality by this cage of thoughts. And when the cage is destroyed, then you are free to fly out into the open sky of being. Then you are free to fly out into the greater dimension of reality. Then you are free to go into freedom. And that is what moksha means. That is what mukti means. That is what nirvana means. So the whole idea of Hinduism that freedom is really an assertion. You are to come out of that mechanical process of the mind. Mind keeps moving in this cycle of thoughts. And we think that is a treasure. No, that is simply a limited way of seeing the world. The unlimited way of seeing the world is the way of Vedanta, is the way that Adi Shankara recommends. Pure witnessship, pure consciousness. Be a watcher of reality, be an observer of reality, and then you'll find that beyond the concept of the psychological exists the concept of a greater reality. Psychology is not all. Psychology will keep you constantly obsessed with the thought weaving of the mind. That is not reality in its entirety. That is, in fact, the most avidya creating mechanism. It tells us that we are limited beings. It tells us that we are not completely free, whereas the whole position of Vedanta is that you are ever free. Every moment, in every instant, you are ever free. You only believe that you are not free. And that is your bondage. So the greatest catastrophe that has befallen man is this idea that thought is everything. No. It is the transcendence of ordinary thought into the state of pure consciousness that really is the very great potential of mankind. And you'll notice this even with great inventors, people who've made significant breakthroughs. You see, the eureka moment is what? The eureka moment is one where we transcend our ordinary sense of consciousness and find a higher consciousness. And through that higher consciousness, we are able to discover something new. We're able to find something new. We're able to create something new. So, truly creative life is beyond the cycle of ordinary thoughts, is beyond the cycle of ordinary consciousness. It is really a leap into a super consciousness, and that is what Sri Adi Shankaracharya means. It's not that he's not telling us to use the mind. No, not at all. He himself was such a mentally sharp person. He used his mind during intellectual debates and so on. But really, the whole idea is that you are unlimited. Do not limit yourself by defining yourself with the thought's limitations. You are far more unlimited than that. You are far greater than that. And knowing that is intelligence. Intelligence is not a mental faculty, no. Intelligence is a faculty of consciousness itself, the substratum of consciousness. There is intelligence built into the universe itself. It's not like a man is the only intelligent creature in the universe. It cannot be. The existence itself is so vast. There is a fundamental quality of intelligence that is built into the fabric of reality. And that fabric of reality transcends what we call our ordinary mind. Now, this is what we call aswabhav, our self nature. Aswabhav is not something which is just our mental faculty. No, our swabhav or self nature is that all encompassing truth, bliss, and consciousness, which is our real greater reality. Sat Chit Ananda. And identifying with the mind, we often forget these. We often forget that we are pure truth, we are pure consciousness, we are pure joy, happiness, bliss. We get caught up in so many memories, so many desires, dreams, imagination, and so on, which are good, but sometimes, and more often than not, they block our energy from moving into the transcendental. They block our energy into the insignificant. They lock it into the insignificant, and we are not able to open our eyes into the greater mystery of existence. And Adi Shankara is saying, open your eyes to the greater mystery of existence, where the mind itself disappears, where the mind dissolves in the greatness of reality, where the drop realizes it's part of an infinity of ocean of consciousness. And then you become truly blissful. Then you reach what is called the samadhi state, the transcendent state. You feel like you're part of this complete reality. You feel like your energies are unlimited. You feel like you have freed your mind. So free your mind, but also become freed of the mind. That leads you to the next level of consciousness. And remember, Adi Shankara's language is all about super consciousness. Yes, consciousness we all exist in, but at any moment we are capable of super consciousness, knowing ourselves to be transcendent, unlimited, beyond mind. And as the Buddha used to say, that the only difference between a Buddha and the others is that the Buddha knows he's a Buddha, the others don't know they are Buddhas. And the Buddha knows he is a Buddha because he has gone beyond the ordinary complexes of mind. He has gone beyond the ordinary functioning of it. And he has seen that the human capacity of consciousness is capable of an infiniteness of perception, infinite information, infinite perception, infinite sense of belonging to the vaster, and thereby becoming vaster. And in that realm, finding truth, freedom, contentment, peace, and everything else which is truly significant in life. Yes, thoughts are the circumference around which we identify ourselves with, but move beyond that circumference. Step outside the circle, and then you'll see that your whole view of existence undergoes a transformative, dynamic change.